Come in here, if you come in here and you find a TV, do you have any proof that we've been watching that TV?
No, that's for these guys to sort out.
Yeah,
that's nothing to do with us. All we are here for
all, the whole legal system, you know, you have to have absolutely concrete evidence of, you know, even if we had a TV in
that
there.
would be if they want to report you and
But as you see, we're not gonna comply.
Yeah, the situation if it could be quite easily dealt with.
Yeah,
to come in and have a quick check.
but why should we? Why should we as humans? Why should we have people knocking at our door?
Again, you're talking about humans.
it's not just your door that we're knocking at. It's anybody.
Anybody, yeah. So what? You know, we're living in. I thought we lived in a free country. Like, you know, why are you arresting people? That's my question to you.
Over money.
Yeah, it's just a piece of paper.
On a Sunday, on God's day. On God's day, come on.
You don't, but you follow orders, and that's what happened in Nazi Germany. And it gets very dangerous when you don't use your mind and you just follow orders, yeah?
Well, there's not.
All right, that's my personal.
Doing my job at the end of the day.
Well, you're not.
You're not here as a criminal. You're here as a civil.
Yeah, which we do as well.
Yeah, police don't do civil, right? Police shouldn't be doing civil, yeah? They're here for criminal, and like you said, you're here to keep...
We do have powers in some cases under warrant.
Hold on. If you forgot your oath, I'll read it to you, yeah?
Just to read mine.
Yeah?
Because it don't mention anything to do with civil under your oath, yeah?
The situation we have now is I can say that he's now obstructing.
Yeah.
And then you may have to go for an arrest.
So we just double check.
Yeah, there you go. Obstructing what? What we obstructing?
What we obstructing?
Unbelievable.
Well, it's all interesting. It shows you that we don't live in a free country.
No.
People do anything for money, don't they? Prostitute themselves out. All for a bit of money.
Statutes and acts are only given the force of law by consent of the governed.
It's going to make a good YouTube video.
It is. You're going to be YouTube stars. Yeah.
I'm on there already.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
More and more people are doing it. More and more people standing up to corruption.
It's corruption.
Wasn't it the BBC that stood up for Jimmy Savile when he molested all them kids, and you're working for the same corporation? How does that make you feel, mate? You got grandkids and kids working for that same system that enslaves people, makes their lives a misery. Crazy world, isn't it? Crazy country we live in. Do you have a conscience? Do you have a social conscience?
No, we're not.
No, of course not. But you know, it's just programming, isn't it? That.
Unbelievable.
But we don't want to be brainwashed by the BBC. That's it. That's
or any TV station.
It's a big, massive brainwashing. You know, gets people thinking. I'll go and look at David Icke. Go and read a few David Icke books. Have you read the notices on the door?
And the right of implied rights of access have been denied for the BBC.
We have
property, and you're still here, so you're trespassing.
No, I'm here under search warrant.
Okay,
yeah, but was it just on his oath when he signed the search warrant?
Yes.
And you were there, was you?
Yeah, was you there?
I wasn't there, but he signed it.
Yeah, but how do you know he was on the road?
We don't it with him.
Well, can he send an affidavit stating that he was on his oath when he signed that warrant under his full...
one, couldn't you?
Well, why wasn't I in court then?
You don't need to be in court.
Why
Yeah,
not?
I do.
Why not?
Well, where's the justice?
I thought it was
Where's the justice then?
We all have the right to a jury, you know, trial by jury.
Do you watch TV?
I'm not obliged to answer none of your questions. Yeah, I have the right to remain silent, and I will use that right. I have not broken any law. Statutes and acts are not law. They're rules of society, and are given the force of law by consent of the government. Yeah, and I do not consent. Yeah, if you force me to consent, you're raping. Yeah, is that right? Is that right?
What's the situation, Constable?
He's a sergeant.
Okay.
Right, they're all going to go off and have a little confab. No, they're just standing down there having a little confab. Yeah. This is unbelievable. No, they're trying to use fear.
What's that?
Coming out of all this crap. It's intimidation. We'll turn up with the police.
I'm glad I come back.
Yeah. Right, they're all having a little confab behind the band. Yeah. Oh, he's on the phone to somebody. He's on the phone to somebody. Yeah.
So Sergeant, if we don't vote, then how can the government claim that the law applies to us?
Whether you vote or not is your choice,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean,
We don't register.
I personally don't vote,
Fair enough.
but I still have to follow the law.
Yeah,
don't
but
I?
I
'Cause
thought the
it's
law
based
was
on the
criminal.
majority.
Like, you know, I don't hurt anyone.
It's
Not words, because these are very clever people, like these politicians, and they're lawyers, like most of them. So the words that they use are to control us, and you know, I see it as an enslavement because they're using these words. Me and David Cameron are both equal men. So why does he have the right to come and dictate to me? Or this word on a piece of paper says. Yeah. This applies to you, so then we've got these people turning up, and yourselves. You know, but I have a lot of respect for the police because you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
You know, you protect people, and you do, you know, like have utmost respect for you. But on the other hand, you're being
corporate.
Yeah, you have a corporate side where you have to come and do stuff like this. You know.
Yeah.
And you've been absolutely amazing with us, I have to say, and you know, we appreciate your, you know, the way you're being with us.
Because what makes you laugh, yeah, he was chatting a couple of years ago to a couple of constables, yeah, and they said we don't do civil, we're only here for criminal, yeah, and this is a civil case, basically, and I'm aware that you're here to
we're here to prevent a breach of
right, but you're saying that we've got to come in.
So he's got his words on a piece of paper.
The thing is, this is where it gets very, very grey, and the civil crosses the criminal.
Yeah, and that shouldn't happen in a free country. It should be criminal. You're there for criminal. You catch criminals, and you keep us safe, right? And I absolutely respect that. You know, you seem like a very admirable man, and you know, appreciate you being so, you know, cool and calm with us, because I appreciate you don't get this every day, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, the way I see it is we're both equal, and no one has the right to come in and force me to do something I don't want to do. We don't consent. We don't agree with the BBC. If you've been reading the newspapers and stuff, the old Jimmy Savile thing, the cover up, we feel that they're a corrupt corporation. We don't have anything to do with them. We have no contract with them. Yeah. And this is our stance on it. Yeah. Yeah. And we don't feel we have to answer these questions. That
you don't have to answer questions.
That's it. And
the thing is, at the end of the day, if they feel that you've done something wrong, then they should be taking you to court, and then you answer to the court.
Yeah, but then they need a name for that. And I've never given my name to them.
You needn't we see that as consent.
I don't know if they would have ways to find names.
Okay, well, that's fine.
But you need me to say that.
Like you
need me.
Yeah, but you can, I'm sure they would probably be able to apply to the council or something.
That's fine, but you don't know who they're going to take to court.
You need me to contract
at the end of the day,
by giving you that information.
Wait a minute, let me explain. Like, the birth certificate is the name on a piece of paper, and when you're registered, this is just general.
Oh, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Yeah, but that's just a name on a piece of paper. And when you even look on your birth certificate, it says not to be used as...
my name from my birth
Well, it says not to be used as identification.
Yeah.
Okay, but how do we obtain any identification? You have to send in your birth certificate, don't you? Yeah. So how is that you? It's just a name on a piece of paper. Absolutely. So and also it also says on your birth certificate, Crown copyright. So that name is owned by the Crown. So how can I be liable for that name when the Crown own that name? So you get what I mean when you register and stuff. It's something to think about, you know, because it's getting into very dodgy times now. You know, I have a social conscience, you know.
Have you been to court with any of these arguments yet? Because I'd like to see how that...
I know people that have been successful in court with these arguments,
but in the magistrate, because they've taken oath.
I'm just curious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm curious.
Are the magistrates and judges sitting on their oath?
Because they're liable as well. You know, they can't just come along. Anyway, what's the situation?
Situation? Who am I going to be talking to?
Me.
You're the occupant, yeah?
I am me.
Okay.
I am me.
You're me.
That's it. Absolutely.
Right. Are you an occupant of this property?
Am I in this property?
Are you an occupant of the property? Do you live here, sir?
I live everywhere, else I'd be dead, wouldn't I?
Okay.
Everywhere I am on the road.
I'm not obliged to answer.
He lives everywhere.
I've got the right to remain silent, and I'm using that right.
We're just having a little fun with you because...
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Anyway, I have a warrant to enter your property, yeah?
So you say, it's just words on a piece of paper.
You're obstructing the warrant, So
By how am I obstructing the
by
warrant?
not letting me come in to inspect.
But it says that we don't have to let
Let
you
you
know.
in by
I'm
this,
just gonna-
by the BBC.
Just going
Okay.
only
to
admission.
I've got another piece of BBC paperwork which says it's a warrant
Who,
of you in,
who
sir.
are you caution?
Who
Who
is
are you going to
I'm going to
caution?
announce a caution to the pair of you. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your
You-
defence. Do not
hold
mention
on.
when questioned something which you later rely in court. Anything you
The only one who can
Yeah, we
read
have to
that is
listen.
a constable of the law.
Yeah.
Is it a constable of the law? Is the only one who can read you your rights.
No,
You've got no
police
right.
criminal evidence.
No, that's an act.
I can
That
read
is
it,
an
sir.
act.
I can
That's
read
an
it.
act. You
Anyway,
read.
don't say anything.
Yeah.
but it
Bum,
may-
bum, 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 bum.
We love you guys. Cheers, constables, and we'll catch you soon. Take a look into it.
Have a look.
God bless. Bye bye.
When they dying.
Right.
What's their car?
Oh, don't worry. I'm in on that. What's going to happen?
No.
Right, if that fella is in that police car when they've got a
No,
car,
they're not.
yeah.
No, the old Bill's going. The old Bill's going in that car.
Well, as you can see, quite a long-winded, quite a long-winded thing. A big goon show, but you see, police were there. I mean, it's just a waste of people's time.
The situation in Khartoum is grave. Bedlock's force is completely besieged, and we must send out a relief force immediately.
Completely waste of time. And it shouldn't happen this day and age now, this wasting police time having to come to a